Right, is everyone good?
Yeah.
If you can hear me loud and clear, put in the chat box 11111. Right. Let me just mute everyone's mics and let me start today's session. Right. All right, guys. I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's amazing. I want to be talking about Christopher Derrick's strategy. The reason I want to be doing that is because I've been consistent. Now, in the chat box, write the word consistent, please. Consistent. In the chat box. Okay, the reason why I'm saying the word consistency is because on my trading journey, I've been inconsistent. I've made money, I've lost money. I've made money, I've lost money. I've lost money, I've lost money. If that is you, or if that's been you, put a 222 in the chat box. All right. And the funny thing is, when you lose money, it affects you. Don't tell me it doesn't affect you. I know what it says. You should be emotionless via trading. But I'm telling you, when you're losing sika in Ghana or tree, that means money. When you're losing money, it hurts. We have to get to that place of discipline. When we lose money, it doesn't affect us whatsoever. A lot of people quit because they lose money. Yeah. But one thing about this strategy, it is consistent. I've been catching pips all day for the fun of it. So what I would suggest is have two accounts, one for the signals and then one for your own personal trading style. Okay, so let's start. Christopher Derrick, he was the very first IML educator. He is a genius. When I study him, I watch him, he is on a different level. He thinks differently. We call it a paradigm shift. His mindset is completely different. I've studied him, I've watched videos of him in the past to understand why he is the way he is. Now, for us to be excelling, TeamExcel, for us to be excelling in that way, we need to be thinking differently. He will zone out, he will put his music on, and he will sit there and mark up charts. He started off with $182. Within 3 days, he turned it to $3,005. Then he got $1,000, and within 4 days, he turned it into 20K. And then he got $182, and in 1 day, he turned it into 64,000. So I had to come to a place where I became humble, and I was like, you know what? Clearly, my way is not working. If you're being inconsistent, your way is not working. This is a consistent way to make profit. Every single day, I'm making profit. Every single day, my money's in the blue. All right. As you know, with trading, you can never be 100% all the time, but I'm making more money than I'm losing money. Does that make sense? All right. This way, if you follow it to the T and you're religious about it, you repeat it, you're going to be consistent. I promise you that. All right. So if you can hear me, just type 111 if you got that so far. And what I'll do at the end, I'll open up to questions. Let me say 111. Good. Right. So I'm going to go from the basics to advanced. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Right. Tell me if you can see my screen. Just put a 1 in the chat box. me check. Cool. Right, let's go. Okay, guys, first and foremost, this is TradingView. Now, the reason I'm taking my time is because a lot of you are new, and I mark up my charts on TradingView, okay? I want you to watch basics 1 to 4. After watching basics 1 to 4, go through technical analysis. Christopher Derrick made technical analysis. He teaches you about how to use TradingView. He teaches you about the software. He teaches you about the color scheme and the candles and what to put and what not to put. He then teaches you about twin trading. All right. So everything is on IML Academy. So please make sure your subscription's up to date and begin to watch that. All right. So this is TradingView. What I tend to do is have all my currency pairs on the side. Yeah. So we have watch list. But again, the best way for you to learn is to actually open a TradingView account and practice. Muck about, make mistakes, have fun with it, and practice. So on the side, we have watch list. So traditional teachers and educators basically say choose 2 to 3 pairs. Okay. Christopher Derrick says put as many pairs as possible. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, I've got a whole bag of pairs, all right? Choose as many pairs as possible. What he says to you is to mark up all your charts, all right? You're going to mark up all your charts. So imagine, let's get a clean one. Let's start afresh. So I'm looking at Euro, US dollar. Okay. Let me... Right. So this is Euro, US dollar. And how we would simply make profit from this is by trapping price. All right. So write in the chat box to trap price. And the reason I get you to repeat certain things is because it says the note takers are the money makers. All right. So I need you to write to trap price. That's what you're going to do. First and foremost, you have to understand the basics of support and resistance. If you don't know about that, go to IML Academy. Support and resistance. Support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling. I say it again, support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling. So once you've learned the basics of support and resistance, you go over to the corner, you're going to find your tool, horizontal line, okay? And you're going to mark up your charts via support and resistance. Now, I might speed through a couple of things, but this is being recorded, so you can obviously watch it back, take your time and go over it again and again and again. I will promote Christopher Derrick's channel on IML TV. It is on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, the reason I've been so consistent in my profits is because I've decided to make a point of studying. I didn't understand at the beginning why certain people are making all the money. And it's simply because they put the effort in. If you think you can come into this and do no work and then be rich, it's not going to work. You have to learn the basics and the foundation. So I want to implore every single person on this channel right now, listening to me, put the work in. One thing people know about me and my character is that I'm resilient. I'm not going to quit. It doesn't matter to me how many accounts that I blow. I'm not going to quit because I've understood all the consistent people are the winners. Winners never quit. So in the chat box, write down winners never quit. Once you've done that, write down I will never quit. Because if you quit, you're quitting on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. And for me, every single day, I have on my slogan, your loved ones are depending on you. You've got this. Yeah. So put some time and effort. And I'm passionate about this because I'm a teacher, yeah? We spend so much time in education telling us that we must do this and go to college and then get a degree and blah, 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 to end up broke. If you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you will know we're being lied to. All the wealthy people fell out of education. And I'm not saying to give up on education. I'm just saying that there's other ways. And trading is an amazing way to do it. All right. So at least learn the education of trading. So you're going to mark up support and resistance. So I'm going to look where price is at the moment. Okay. Let me delete that. I'm going to mark up my chart. All right. Okay. So you see this line here? That's a part of my floor. Okay. That's my ceiling. What is going on right now? All right. Okay, so can we now see that price is trapped? So the candlesticks are price. These are price action candles. This is classed as naked Forex. So there's no indicators, bar one. And this indicator here is the MACD, and this is the one that I like to use. He doesn't use any, but I like MACD because I used bounce back before. Yeah, and bounce back is talking about MACD, and it's just another way to add confluence, which simply means what's another word for confluence? Indicators, confirmations. All right. So what I've done first, I've literally done the support and resistance at the bottom of the candle, not the wick. This long thing is the wick, but the bottom of the candle. Okay. Someone needs, yeah. So I had to mute someone. All right, the bottom of the wick, bottom of the candle. Then I do another one at the top of the wick. Another one. What is wrong with my? Okay. So can we now see? We class this as zones. All right. This is a zone. So the price has gone up. It's tapped in this area where there's a zone. It's come back down. Come back down. It's gone up. It's broken through, but the wick has gone through this zone. Come back down, and the wick has gone through this zone. It's come back up, gone down through this zone. Okay. In IML Academy, he calls this price reversal zones. So what we do, we look back further in time, and we're going to see, I'm going to draw it out. So I've gone to this little box here, and I'm just going to highlight this zone. Okay. Okay, all I tapped in was 1500, and it makes it a very long zone. Okay. Why has it done that? It's blocked out my candles. Background color. No, don't want that. That's better. Okay. I'm going to go back in time. By the way, you always mark up in the 1 hour. Don't know what I'm doing right now. Right, mark up in the 1 hour. Take that note. I'm bringing this all the way back. Why have I brought it back so far? Because we can see there's a zone. Look, previous candle went up and it tapped off around there, and then went up, then it came down, and it happened around here. There's a zone where price has reversed. Okay, I'm going to draw out my other zone here. So I'm just going to make it a bit enlarged. Okay. In the background, there's men shouting and screaming. A car, football. But football's not going to make you money. All right. So I'll make a little box, go down to this little wheel here, tap on it, go to this bar, clear it, type in a number. I'm now going to come out of it. Right. So you can now see, if I go back in time, there's areas where price has reversed. And I'm going to highlight these areas. Okay, if I bring it back further. Right, look at this. My little circle to highlight. Look here. Okay. So where this yellow circle is, if you noticed around this price reversal zone, it's come, it's gone down, and it's tapped off of it. Tapped off, and it's gone back up. All right? It's gone back up, and then it's come down again. Bam. Yeah, it's had fun around here. It's tapped around here. Tapped, gone up. A reversal area. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's around the area. It's a reversal zone. All right? Bam, gone up. Here as well, look. So again, I'm just highlighting the areas around the zone where price is tapped and it's reversed. Bam, up. It stayed around here, tapped off, gone up. Come down, guess what it done here? It reversed. So I'll get my little circle, highlight it. Now, the reason I'm doing all of this stuff is to just make it plain to you for you guys to see the areas where price has reversed. You can spend as much time as you want studying this, and when I'm marking up my charts, I can do it in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. But I just want to break it down so you understand his methodology. Okay, the guy's a genius. Me tell you. Right, bam, bam, come down, bam. So we can see that this is a strong zone. So we know from the past, even here, there's so many places, look, price is tapped, reversed. Here. Right. So I'm hoping that you guys can see clearly, look at all these areas where price has reversed. So this is a strong zone. So what you must do, you mark up your charts, you do your support and resistance. So your support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling. You then go from the wick, the candle to the end, any one. It doesn't have to be, like you can choose any of the candles to draw your second line. So for example, I could have drawn one line here and one line at the top. Yeah, it doesn't really matter as long as there's some part of wick that's tapping onto the ceiling, all right? What he does, he just waits for price to reverse. He waits for it to break through the ceiling or the floor, waits for it to retest, and then boom, pushes buy or sell. It's that simple, okay? So as I said, break structure. So this is structure. Okay, it's trapped in this area. He's going to wait for it to break this or break that. He's then going to wait for it to reverse. Then he pushes buy or sell. So for example, I'll get to my trend line. This is what I'll do. Draw. Yeah. Now, the best way to learn this is to practice. Don't tell me you don't understand it if you haven't even tried to practice, yeah? We're not lazy around here. If you can spend 40 years in a job you can't stand, spend an hour a day learning this strategy that will make you financially free in 6 months. Okay, so I'm now going to highlight this area. The reason I'm highlighting the area is because this is where I'm going to buy or sell. So what happens is this. So what happens is this. Price is going to break. It's going to come down. See, a lot of people get gassed. Like I was that guy, got gassed all the time, made mistakes. It breaks and I sell here and I'm like, yeah, I'm making money. And then what does it do? It retests. It pulls back. Price always pulls back. It always does it. But I would get in here because I saw it would be selling and I would lose money. I'll probably get in around about here and then it retests. So he waits for it to break. It's going to come back up to this area. When it hits here, boom, you push sell. Straight away, profit, no long thing. Like I'm talking about, I'm talking about when I'm just waiting patiently, the minute I push sell, it goes from like 2p into blue. Or if I'm doing a high lot size, £6 into blue, straight away. Yeah, there's no, oh my gosh, is it gonna happen? Is it not? Is it gonna be? No, listen, brethren, straight away, straight. There's no waiting, no dilly-dallying, straight blue. Because that's what price does. The same. You wait for it to break structure. It's gonna break here, and it's gonna come back. Wait for it to hit around here. Boom, push buy. That's it. So let me give you some previous charts. Like the ones I made money off today. Which ones? Euro odd. All right. Okay, so I made money today. Look at this. So I waited for price to go up like it did, and it comes back down. So it's not going to be as nice and neat as my drawing, but it broke with the ceiling. It broke it, and it came back down, and it played around here for a little while. And look, around here, that's when I pushed buy. Because it went up, broke, came back down, and look where I pressed buy. It's around about here. I'm just waiting. Like I'm waiting to make money. Let's see how many pips I call. I think I came out about there. 35 pips. Easy. Guess what? Twin trades. So what's 35 at 35, guys? Type it in the chat box. You got 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 35 at 35. Twin trades. You guys are slow. Oh, wow. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. That's it, 70. So I caught 70 pips off of one move. Who put 1225? This guy. 135 or 30. Dennis, I see you, man. Yeah, 70. I made 70 pips. Easy. Like, it was nothing. So, 70 pips. Now, these are the rules. Let me type it in the chat box. Take a screenshot of this, guys. I'm gonna type it. Let the thing to write. Twin trade. Close one. twin trade, that means you're going to push buy or sell twice. So you need to make sure you have enough money in your account. If you have £100, then do twin trades of, wait, we've removed the 40 limit. Love it. All right. I have unlimited minutes. But I'm not going to stay too long because my wife, she wants to come in the front room and she's been so gracious. So give a shout out to my wife. Right. So twin trade. Close one out at 30 pips, let the other one ride out. Once trade has gone 10 to 15 pips in profit, put a 2 pip stop profit. Okay. So stop profit is, this is another thing he does, right? He does not put take profits. He doesn't do it unless you want to do one for the 30 pips. He just puts a stop loss. Okay, so you will manually close out, if you're watching the charts, you will manually close out one trade, or you can put a take profit for one of the trades. But the other one, you just let it ride out. Why? Because if it goes against you, imagine this comes all the way down. Because you put a stop profit in place, simply meaning, if I had a stop loss down here, let me put a stop loss. Right. No, that one. Okay, stop loss. I do red for stop. Now, stop loss for those that are new is basically when you come out of the trade. So you bought here, but you're willing to lose this amount and you'll come out here. The ruler on the side will teach you and tell you if you came in here, go down. So that is 20.6 pips. You're willing to lose 20. Imagine you put £1 a pip. So you're willing to lose £20. Now remember, if you're doing twin trade, you're going to lose £40 if it goes in the opposite direction. All right. So imagine you place and enter the trade here. You have your stop loss. The minute it goes up 10 to 15 pips, okay, you then move this stop loss as a stop profit. So you move it up to just above where you entered. So let me demonstrate that again. So let me give you another. So I do 2. Okay, right. Oh, that's not a nice color. Let me change that. And let's have blue. No, that's not a nice color. Purple. Right, that's easy to see. Right. So imagine purple is where I enter. So I always mark up where I've entered. This is my stop loss. So once I've entered here and it goes up 10 to 15 pips, let's get the ruler. So when it's around about here, once price has gone around about there, you're then going to move your stop loss into stop profit. I'm now going to get rid of this. So I'm going to move this, boom, to around about, there. Yeah. So price has moved from here. It's gone up. And now I'm 10, 15 pips in profit. So guess what? If it retraces like this one, red candle does, as it comes back down, it's going to hit your stop profit. So the distance between here and where I entered is how much I'm going to keep. Does that make sense? 2 to 5 pips. So I'm never in the red. Because once it goes 10 to 15 pips, I put a stop profit. I move it up 2 to 5 pips. So if it retraces, I will come out with 4p or £5. Does that make sense? That's how you protect your account. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to do that. Well, okay, well, you just keep seeing red. As I said, I got to that place where I had to humble myself and think to myself, I've just joined the company. I don't know what I'm doing. When you begin to have humility, that's when blessings are going to come. But if you think, yeah, big up my chest, I placed the trade here and I made this amount of money, big up my chest, blah, 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 blah. Are you being consistent? That's what's frustrating about trading. Are we being consistent? Majority of the time we're not. Why? Because we haven't got a trading plan and we're not disciplined. Phil has been telling me for time, Kofi, trading plan, Kofi, your rules, Kofi, have one account for signals, have one account for your own personal trades, Kofi, but did I want to listen? I'm going to see your results now. And I'm keeping it real. I'm going to see your results because if you follow this, you're going to make profit. You see my results every day blue. Every single day blue, I'm in profit. Every single day. Yes, I've lost a few trades, but I would say my ratio is like 80% or even higher. Sometimes I've lost trades because of my own personal silly mistakes, not because of the strategy. The other day, he placed 48 trades. He lost 3. He caught 3,005 pips. Come on, fam. Humble yourself. Let me see what people are saying. Word. Do you trade on 1 hour, 15 minutes? No. What I do, I'll answer questions at the end. I'll come and have a look. I mark up an hour. I then enter off the 15 or 5 minutes. That's what I do. But I'll come back to the questions. All right. Right. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I've tried every methodology. This is for me personally. And I'm not saying you have to change your trading strategy. If it's working for you, bless. Because the whole point is we need to take a piece of the market. There's 5.4 trillion. And I'm not being funny. I was talking to April the other day about how they love to mug us off. The banks, they know about retail traders. They know what we're going based on fear and emotion and greed. Seriously, they're not stupid. We are the ones that are stupid because we go off emotion. Oh my gosh, money, place the trade. You haven't looked at your entry price. You just jumped on. Even with some of the signals, some people are just placing buy or sell, not even looking at the charts. That's called a retail trader. And they laugh at us. I thank God for Christopher Derrick because his strategy is just, we can easily, if we adapt this, if we follow the rules, within a year, we can hit 204,800 on our £100 account within a year. I've been making profit all day, every day. Now, my silly account is limited, so I need to open another account because I can't put higher lot sizes. I'm so confident with this strategy that I want to place higher lot sizes. So I suggest everyone demos for a month. Why am I saying that? Because I learned the process within a month. Don't try and rush the process and then come and try and blame me. Kofi, it doesn't work. It works. Fam, it works. But I took my time and I closed my ears to every bit of noise and I focused and I was like, you know what? If me being a believer in the Bible, it says Abraham was extremely rich. Now, as a Christian, the father of the faith is Abraham. It says he was rich in silver, cattle, and gold. Now, if he's my father, I should be receiving the same thing. It also says in the Bible, invest in foreign trade, for one day you shall make a profit. This is Ecclesiastes 11, verse 1 to 2. Invest. Can you imagine Jesus back in them days, even before Christ, telling you about investing? It says in Matthew 25, verse 15, at once the servant went and traded it and made a profit. So the whole point of trading is to make profit. If you're not making profit, you're not trading. Seriously. And you have to have that type of mindset. I haven't come to lose. I haven't come to blow my accounts. I haven't come for the banks to laugh at me, go, there's another one. So I'm going hard. I told you, winners never quit, and I'm never quitting because I'm going to succeed. And my vision is this. to help as many people possible if you're willing. One thing I'm not going to do is baby people. I want to give you the tools that you are able to now fish. You're going to be now able to fish and make consistent profits. Have one account for signals, if you like the quick money, and one account for your own personal trades. Let's build and let's compound. All right. Let me show you another. Take a screenshot, guys, about the twin trade. Close one out at 30 pips. Let the other one ride out. Once trade has gone 10 to 15 pips in profit, put a 2 to 5 pip stop profit. Guys, if you're getting value from this call, put a 444. No, put a 555, the number of grace. 555. Because if you're not, I'm not. I'm going to stop right now. Okay, bless you guys. This is to help everyone up, man. Level up. All right. So, let me give you an example of this trade here. I would have been killing it today, but work got in the way. I have to work. Not for very long. I decree and declare that we will hand in our notices by this time next year. I speak it out into existence. We will all hand in our physical notices by this time next year. If we are disciplined, if we are structured, if we are ordered, we will all hand in our notices. We'll be working from home in our pajamas, making more money than the person who's slaving at their job for 40 hours per week. Why am I saying this? If Christopher Derrick has done it, I'm doing it. Just follow his rules. Don't bend it, don't break it, don't change it. Just follow the rules. If you're in agreement, put a 777, the number of completion. By this time next year, I want to see that. Now, I've said it. I've spoken it out. As we know about the law of attraction, yeah, us Christians, everything's been taken from the Bible. But the bottom line is, what you speak is what you're going to become. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you think you're going to be wealthy, you're going to be wealthy. You have to have it in your mindset. You need to be affirming this every single day. What I visualize, I materialize. So I see myself being wealthy. And I've told people, if you stay with me, you're going to be wealthy, because I'm not stopping until everyone succeeds. I don't need to share this. I could be greedy and be like, oh, it's all for me. I've learned this skill. Yeah. No, I want to make sure the whole TeamExcel, the whole of Kingdom Builders, the whole of AME Finance Academy, we stand out from no other. There's too many great people in this team. We need to stand out from no other. We're not mediocre. You have to be in the 1%. If you're not in the 1%, you're not in my circle. Seriously, my mindset is different. As I said before, this is what I see. Kofi, your loved ones are depending on you. You've got this. That's what I see every day. Do you get what I'm saying? So we need to make sure, like, we're going to be the first generation to have wealth, not rich. Listen to the difference. There's difference. Wealth. A good man leaves wealth for his children's children. So I'm not about being rich. Rich is being stupid. When you make quick money, you spend quick money. No, we're going to have wealth. Because right now, most of us have the scarcity mindset. Now, I'm not going to go into all that side. Read some books. Do you get what I'm saying? Watch Grant Cardone. We don't want to be on the scarcity mindset. Wealth. Right, anyway, let me go to GBP USD. Look at this, yeah? Look at this. I was at work. Them kids trying to talk to me, yeah? Them kids trying to get me to work. Oh, so I missed out on this trade. Fuming.com. Right, so I had already marked out my charts. So let's go to replay. Where was it? Let's go from here. Right. So I'd already marked out my charts. So what did I do? I tracked price. I could see where the wick was. I could see where this wick was. I could see the body. So I did my support and resistance. I looked at where the wicks were, any one of the wicks, and that's called the zone. I went back, or sometimes I mark up on the 4 hour because you can really see price structure. Okay, let's go back to the 1 hour for this. Oh, replay again. Soz. Right. So I mark up on the 4 hour to draw out my zones, and then to do the lines, I do it on the 1 hour to enter the 15-minute to see what's going on, and then the 5-minute for a very nice entry. Okay, so I marked it up. So I did my support, resistant, zone. So I put, let me even do further. Oh, do you want to exit this mode? No. All right. Anyway, just imagine here, you can't see none of this. You can't see half of this here. I marked it up and I was like, price is either I'm going to wait for it to break and then retest, or break and then retest. So let's play. So I'm just waiting because it kind of did break a bit and retest, but I didn't get in. Wait. Look what it's done. It's gone through here. So anytime around here, I'm getting excited because it's broken through. Look at the wick. It's broken through my zone. So I know there's a possibility it's going to break through and then retest. Then it does that. Just wait. Boom. Look at this. Now, on the 1 hour chart, you can't really see whether it retested. So what I would do, when I see this candlestick here, you also need to learn candlestick patterns. I would then quickly go to the 15-minute, see what's going on. All right, why is it not showing me? All right, perfect, perfect. So look, we're round about here. Broke, boom, and guess what? The white candle has gone back up. So I now know it's broken through and it's retesting. And guess what's gonna do? It's gonna come back down. Right, so it's gone back up. Now it went a tiny bit higher than expected because it should really be around here. But it went up, then bam, next candle's a sell. So for me, this is a good indication that it's gonna go down. It's broken through on the 1 hour. Look here, that's the 1 hour. Now in 15 minutes, it's gone back up to buy. So that's like the U shape. It's broken through, come to retest, and then boom, going for sell. This is the pips. Let me count. And I missed this because some kids are talking to me. 55 pips. So I would have closed one at 30 and let the other one ride out. Now this is nothing because Christopher Derrick, he's catching 112 pips because he's allowing us just to keep going and going and going and going. Let me show another currency pair. Oh, look at this one. Look at this. I was sleeping. So as you can see, I drew out my lines and I put this circle. I put a circle there to say to myself, Kof, when it comes around there, sell it. What did it do? Let's go to the 1 hour. That's what I did. I drew out my lines. It's going to come break here, retest, boom, or come down, retest, boom. It does exactly what I expect it to do. Let's look at them to look at it nicely. What did it do? Look, it broke. Look at this. It broke. What does it do? It comes down. This is where people get in. I used to get in here all the time for sell, and then it'll go back up, fuming. and it's going to come back to the line. Look, exactly where my markup was. Boom. Next candle's red. So it might play about a bit, but I know it's coming back down because it hasn't gone back up through this zone. Boom. Now, if I was awake, this was news. How many pips? Fam, 77 pips, 76 pips in one candle. Let's work that out. Right, let's say you put £1 a pip. That's 77 times 2 equals £154 on one candle. Now I know Philip, £10 times 77 equals 770 times 2 equals 1,540, £10 a pip. Guys, this strategy works. Right, I'm not going to say any long. So I've spoken about trapping price. A major key with this type of strategy is patience. You need to be patient. Wait for price to do what you want it to do. Stop being greedy like me and trying to jump in every single trade and be patient. But what you realize, because you've marked up so many currency pairs, there's always going to be one happening. So all I'll do is have a look. NZD USD, that's now. So we looked at this one. So nothing's happening. I'm just going to wait for it to break and then retest. GU. So what I'll do now, I'll mark up from where it is now. Euro AUD. I've already been in that. Look, this is perfect. I might even get in, but I'm disciplining myself. I've made enough money today. Right, listen, look at this. So this is structure. It's broken through. Look what it's done. It's gone back up. Bam. Next candle is red. So go to the 15-minute. Look how perfect this is. Gone down, boom. It's come back up and it's come to the same area. Red candle, it's going down. Okay. Now you can get in this if you want, but try it on demo, please. I don't want no one blaming me for any mistakes. But 9 times out of 10, guys, I would get in round about here. If you get in later, maybe go for 15 to 20 pips. Okay, because Christopher Derrick always says 30 pips from around this zone. All right. So 15 to 20 pips for one to secure and let the other one just ride out. And if it comes back, make sure it hits your stop profit. So you'd always be in profit, even if it's 2p. That's what price does, guys. I didn't realize how simple this was. I didn't realize that price always breaks and retests. All we are doing is waiting for the retest. Now, guys, I know I can't really teach the whole trading philosophy in one 40-minute Zoom call, but I'm hoping that this is giving you the basics. Watch this back, go over it as many times as possible, and then reach out to me. All right, so you can see I mark up all my charts. I wouldn't do anything with this. It needs to break here or break there. This is just a mess. It's called consolidation. Yeah, we don't jump in consolidation. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, consolidation. Look, it's just having fun. I would wait for it to break here or break there. Let's have another example. I think I got some pips out of this one. Right, what's price done? It's gone down, gone down. It broke through my floor. What did it do? It retested, boom. So you get in here. Look, that's where you get in. It's going to 1 hour. Look, I'm going to answer questions in a minute. Look what it does. This is it. It breaks through your floor. Just wait for it to happen. And then it goes back up to retest. And then boom, you wait for the sell candle or the buy candle. You just wait for it to happen. Just wait. And look at this. Count how many pips. If you got in around here. Come on, guys. We're taking money. Look, plus 30. 41 pips. And obviously, when you see it retracing, you just pull out. Or you just, you close one at 30. So you can maybe have a take profit for 30 pips. Let's look at the drawdown. Can you imagine, right? You get in here. Your drawdown is 3 pips. That's what I see. I don't see £7 drawdown, £8, £9 drawdown. I don't see that. I see £3. If you're doing £1 a pip, if you're doing 10p a pip, I see 30p. Every time I get in the trade, I'm seeing like 11p straight to blue because I'm following this principle. And yes, it's not the most exciting. You haven't got the, indicators and the RSI and the stochastics, and you haven't got, the harmonics and Fibonacci, even though he uses it from time to time. You haven't got all that stuff. It's just naked trading. But bro, and girls and sisters and husbands and fathers and everybody, this for me is working. Again, if your strategy is working, stick to what you're doing, because Phil is always teaching me, have discipline, be disciplined, do what works for you. Now, for me, you've seen my results. The other day I caught 276 pips. I need to work out my total this week. All day I've had blue. I think I lost one trade being silly. I wasn't really focused properly. I was at work. That's why I decree and declare by this time next year, we're handing in our notice. Yeah. Let me answer some questions. Mad. Oh, I know, Philip. Wow. That is called sniper entry. That's what it's about. Guys, any questions, holler back. Write down in the chat. Before I go, does this work for all currency pairs? Yes, I do on gold. This strategy, that's why he's a genius. I don't know how he came up with this. He made this up. He just watched Christopher Terry. And the reason why I say he's a genius, because he goes in a zone, and he would spend hours and hours and weeks and months just working out a strategy, looking at currencies. Do I factor in news? Yeah, I do. Personally, I check Forex Factory every day to see what I want. But I think you should do that as a trader in general. Yeah, so I personally do factor in news. What Christopher Derrick did, and what I suggest people to do, is to go through all the charts or find a pair and look at the patterns of the market. Right, I'm going to get rid of this. Watch this. Look at the patterns of the market. I'll be quick. Support, resistance, option H. Right, let's change that color. Make it black. Right. Look at the patterns of the market. Look what it does, guys. I'm going to highlight the areas where it look what the market does. Comes down, boom, goes up, it goes up. I'm drawing it out so you guys can clearly see what the market does. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes. Now you can see what the market does. Look at it. What does it do? It breaks the ceiling, goes up, and then it becomes a floor. It breaks the ceiling, it retests, becomes a floor. Are you seeing this, guys? Look what it does. This is what I want you to do. This is your homework, to go through charts and look at what market does. It does the same thing. Christopher Derrick is a genius. That's why he turned $182 into $64,000 in one day. When you break up the charts, you can see more clearly. Look, so now it's reached the top, it comes down, it breaks this line of support, breaks, comes up, it retests the same area. Look, this is where you enter. Boom, it breaks the floor, it retests, that's where you enter. Boom, it breaks the floor, retest, that's where you enter. That's all we're doing. It's not no Pythagoras theorem. Breaks the floor, boom, retest, boom, nice drop. That's what the market does. Yeah? So guys, I hope you have found value from this call. Let me know if there's any more questions before I leave. Again, I'm recording this, so I should be able to send it out to people to watch and study this. If I've spoken too fast, you go and practice, you go and watch it. Go on IML TV, watch him do it. It's very repetitive. One thing I've learned about him, he repeats it. He repeats it. As I said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So every time you repeat something, it becomes natural. Don't change the strategy, just follow his rules. You know, if the strategy is not for you, then find another IML educator and just follow their rules. If they have done something that we haven't, we need to humble ourselves and take note, because most of them are six-figure earners. Some of them are seven-figure earners. That's all we've got to do. We need to stop being lazy, and we need to put in the work by studying. Stop wasting time on our job. Don't trade time for money. Thanks, bro. What time is Christopher Derrick? 7 in the morning. But don't forget, he records his sessions. So if you can't, like, I don't watch it in the morning, but he also sends out his trade setups. So I just watch it when I can in my lunch break. But yeah, if you feel that you have not been consistent in trading, like I know Phil, I know he's killing it. But why is Philip killing it? Because he has a pattern, the W shapes, the U shapes, the M shapes. That's his trading style. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's fine, because he's got a strategy and he sticks to it. Don't change the plan. If it's working for, like, for example, April, I know you use the harmonics. If harmonics is working, stick to it. Yeah? But I'm telling you guys, as you can see here, there's 0% drawdown, no drawdown, no drawdown, no drawdown. Can you imagine you get in here and it goes back up? This is the drawdown, all that. You get in here and it goes back up. That's the drawdown. So we need to get into these pivotal moments, no drawdown. Anyway, guys, I hope this has blessed you. Put last comments in the chat box, and yeah, have a good evening. If you found value from this, then yeah, hit me up, say something. Rice, chicken, jollof, curry goat. Thank you, Simone, for, yeah, okay, good. All right, guys, we do this because we care. Me and Phil, we care, man. Des, we care. We're doing this to add value, and we want to make sure everybody levels up. That's why we say nobody gets left behind. All right, guys, have a great evening. Take care and God bless.